Okay, my speech will start in 3, 2, 1. I, as the member of government, let me emphasizing what the OG has been stated before, that the kind of corruptor who has been stolen so many big amount of money are the one who will be able to be implemented this impoverizing. Okay, this law is implemented for them. And why this has to be implemented? Because in order to pay them back of what they did before, what the mistake they have been doing, what the mistake they have been, because they did dirty to society, to public, they have been betrayed public, they have been consumed the money that don't even belong to them. All right. So, as the government has been stated, this mechanism, this system, this method has been prepared with a entire careful law regulation. So if the opposition mentioned that the families will be suffering too because of the corruptors has to be impoverized, so that's why this system exists, because family is a system. Okay, the family will be suffered, the family will feel the impact. And why we have to implement this method or this mechanism? Because we have to make the other corruption or the smaller corruption won't do the same thing, because they have seen, oh, the big corruption or the big corruptors has already impoverished by the government, so I will not do that again. I will not do that the same case, because I don't want my family get suffer, because I have seen the big corruptors has been suffer with their family, and that totally will make them regret. Okay, and that's what this case has to be implemented. Why this mechanism is really effective way to eliminate the corruption cases in Indonesia. And also, the opposition has been stated before that the rehabilitation is an effective way, is a very useful instead of impoverishing or something. But I, as the government, and I would emphasizing what the OG has been stated before, that the rehabilitation is not effective. It doesn't work at all, because they have been in jail for years and they have been living in a jail with a comfortable aspect of their life, and they have to be rehabilitated after they going out of jail, and in the rehabilitation they will get more comfortable and they will not even regret for what they're doing. Okay, so there is no the rehabilitation can guarantee that they don't or they won't make another corruption cases. Okay, and also if we don't implement it, if we don't apply this mechanism in Indonesia, then we just let them living in money, in power, in resources. So what's the point of it all? What's the point of jail, of the sentence? Because who knows that they will do it again, because they have power, they have money. And if they have money, if they have employment or something, it will lead them to another corruption cases, because they have power. Okay, why corruption exists? Because the power. Okay, they have the power to corrupt. All right, let me state it again, that as I said before, they have the power, and it will also lead them to the leadership. Okay, and what if someday they will lead a company, they will lead a country, even a country, by the characters who likes to corrupt? They didn't even improving. There is no character development of them, because we don't make them regret at the very first place. Okay, and we have seen so many corruptors that has been escaped in a slap in the wrist. And that's totally not okay, and that's why we have to make a new mechanism, a new regulation to make them stop doing the corruption itself. They have to pay them back. They have to pay the money they have been stolen that don't even belong to them. And I think the government themselves has already prepared for this. We have been prepared. We have calculated. We have made an immaculate regulation to make it soft. Because as we know, corruption has been a case that really haunted us for years ago, and we have to make it stop. We have to make changes. We have to make a development in our country by using this method, by using this mechanism. So that's that's why we are strongly agree and we strongly proudly to say that we refuse the rehabilitation is an effective way for the corruptors because they don't even deserve to be rehabilitated. What they did is truly wrong. It's truly problematic and that cannot be forgiven. They have to be paid back. They have to be paid of what they did. Let's say our country is a democracy. Okay, we stand for democracy. And also, let's say they have right to not be suffering, to be comfortable in lives because they have needs to be fulfilled, they have needs to be buy by money. But in the first place, they have been betrayed us. What's the point of democracy if the democracy itself has betrayed us as the public, as a society? That's totally problematic. That's totally cannot be deserved. Okay, so that's why we are strongly agree that impoverishing these characters to be they suffering and is really has to be implemented. All right, and as we know, we don't let them to know that they have the right or they have the desire to do it again. We cannot let them happen again. As we know, corruption cases has been increasing years by years. Okay, there is so many methods that have been tried by us, and there is no method that has been successfully stopped the corruption. So we have to make the rule changing. Okay, the rule is changing, and we have to be adaptive by the changing itself in our country. So we have to implement these changes. Okay. So that's why I, as a member of government, are strongly agree that the corruption has to be impoverished, to be corruptors, and we don't let them to know that they have the fulfill or they have the right to do the corruption again because they have been betrayed us. I guess it's all from me. Thank you.